Got it in there. Almost a minute late. Still made it on time. Still made it on time. Sevan is still out. You guys are stuck with me for one more day. But hopefully we could get in the groove a little quicker this time. Last time felt all right. Like the first 20 minutes. At first when I saw the Josh Bridges podcast, I thought I clicked the wrong button and freaked out for a second there. It took like 15, 20 minutes to get the flow last. Morning. I think we got some great affiliate talk last time. And so I think maybe that'll be the topic of discussion this time. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in there about just whatever, about the gym. What's going on? What's happening at your box? Is there any weird, exciting stories you guys want to tell? No, I did not. But, we're going to work on it. You guys, so I've been playing with these sound effects. You guys want to hear them? So what if we get a little vibe going? Oh, yeah. Good morning. Little Sunday service.
We're going to have some fun.
Too much? Is that too much? Oh, my goodness. I have a lot of fun with that there. Almost too much. Yes. Okay. What is this one? Here we go. Jake Chapman. Susan, my mother-in-law is qualified for the 65 plus and doesn't have a coach going with her. I need to pimp her out. That, Jake, you just used the word pimp her out with your mother-in-law, dude. Come on. Know anybody that would be willing to help out? Well, now that we have the comment and I read it out loud for all those people just listening here, they're going to hear it. And maybe someone will step up to the plate. Although I would have used a little bit of a different language. Need to pimp her out. That sounds kind of. Oh, CrossFit Corey. You think it sounds Pornhub music? Oh no, Pool Boy thinks it's the same thing. Oh no. Good morning. Good morning, Bob. You're right. Practice. I saw the comments you left there, and I agree. Philip Kelly, Susan, what's your favorite cereal? The Sevenistas want to know. Do you really want to know? Like, what do you mean? Like favorite breakfast cereal, I'm assuming? I don't eat a ton of breakfast cereal. It's bad for you. Yeah, exactly, Harvey. That's exactly how I feel. Harvey said, Susan's parents are gone. Look out. When the cat is away, the mice will play. Okay, so also, too, we got I got the phone line going. We're pretty sure it should still work just like it did yesterday. I'm going to put the call line up here, and hopefully we get someone to call in. At the very least, just test it out. Stefan, going to Madison. Rooms are $400 to $500 a night. Yeah, the cheap ones. Wait till it gets closer and closer. CrossFit Corey, you look like a Boo Berry kind of guy. I don't even know what that is. Okay. So I got some clips with you guys. Susan with I was in the drunk take last night beard. Paul, I was not in the drunk take last night, but this is a half-ass shave. That's for damn sure. That's for sure. All right, first clip here. Let's get it played up. By the way, thank you everybody who reached out with the kind words yesterday about my first time on the show. That was very nice. Because oftentimes when you turn this thing off, you're just kind of left to your own demise, you know? You're like, did I do well? Did I not do well? I don't know. So check this out. Burger King worker gifted $400,000 for retirement after not missing a single day in 27 years. $400K. That seems a little I don't know about you guys. That seems a little low for not missing a single day in 27 years of work. How many days do you think he worked a week? Probably a shitload too. Look at him. He probably ran that place. If he could make it to Burger King 27 years and not miss a day of work, and half you guys can't even make it to the gym 3 fucking days a week, you need to, I don't even know if they said his name, Mr. Ford. You need to take some inspiration from Mr. Ford. Kevin Ford, 54, will get a retirement pension of more than $400,000. This is an appreciation for his efforts while working for Burger King in Las Vegas, Nevada. A video of Mr. Ford accepting a gift bag as a reward for not missing a day of work in 27 years went viral last year. The video touched thousands of Americans who felt he should receive another present. Since the GoFundMe campaign has started in his name to generate money for his retirement. So maybe he'll get another $400K. That was his pension, Jeffrey. You're right. You're right. Idea for a future show, Bro Roundtable? What is that? My name's not even in that, Manny. You gotta. Where is Sevan finally putting his card away? Yes, putting multiple of them away as we speak. Doing the hero's work there. So I'm not sure if the call line is on. None of you guys want to brave it and call it for me? Say hi. You're just gonna leave me fucking out here to fry. Jeremy, I'm gonna play a little bit of the clip I told you yesterday. I didn't play it. I forgot to. And this time I'm going to play some of it for you. Oh, here we go. See, by the way, the call line will no longer read out your name. So you guys, no need to fear. Caller, hello. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's going on?
Kat McCal.
Kat McCal. What's up?
Kat McCal. I'm sitting out in the sun in Connecticut.
Awesome.
I'm just calling in before Jeremy does.
Oh, why? You don't like the you don't like the ongoing story with Jeremy?
I'm not into that story.
No, why not? What doesn't do it for you?
He needs to move on.
He needs to move on. I thought it was going well.
No, it sounds like he's running an experiment.
Yeah, but we all get to participate, so that's all right.
All right, I'll try to enjoy it, but it's getting old.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're doing a great job there.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for calling and being the first one, breaking the ice. Maybe we'll get a few more to give a call and chat about some stuff.
Yeah, no problem. It's a great day here in Connecticut, and I'll catch up with you this week.
Thanks. I can hear the birds chirping. It's so nice. It sounds beautiful. You have a great day.
All right. You take care.
Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Jeremy. Not a fan of your... Okay, I'm still going to play this anyways for you because I thought it was hilarious and it made me instantly think of you. Let's see if I could bring it up, though. Again, I don't know how... This we're just going to have to chop up into sections because I don't want us to get dinged. But it's pretty funny. Okay. All right, Jeremy. So if you're done running your little experiment, as Kat McCal says, and you're looking for love here, we have.
Today, we brought in a group of conservative young women and wanted to get their honest opinions about what they're...
Okay, so this is a dating app called The Right Stuff, and it's specifically for conservative women. And
looking for in the guys they date.
It's as here. We're gonna skip around for a minute.
Why do you want to date a conservative?
For
Why?
me, at least, I know that we're going to start off with some shared values.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, we got another caller here. Caller, hello. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
Hey, what's going on?
this is Darth Vader. Dude, the Jeremy story is so good.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's like the only thing keeping the show together in the professional realm. It's what makes the show finally like there's a continuity and a thread there and a participation. It's so good. I've never even seen that done before, and she nailed it. It is an experiment. It's what happens when a fucking dude has to navigate the lands of retarded libtardery in order to get laid. It's like he's like praying mantis that you have to have sex with the female and then run away before she lops your head off with the Black Widow. You got to strum the web so you don't and then hump her and then sneak away. Dude, it's just brilliant. And there's so many fun things, you know what I mean? He's the black guy, she's the white girl. I mean, it's so layered.
Yeah.
He's patient. She doesn't shut the fuck up. He's described her as a perfect, in a loving way, just a complete manic retard. I mean, it's just stereotypical. It's our modern day West Side Story, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a Sevan Podcast exclusive. Listen, if you can't enjoy the Jeremy thing, just take a few deep breaths. Heat up some lemon juice in the microwave, drink a hot cup of, fucking tea, caffeine free, and just chill. Just enjoy this one.
Just enjoy the journey on it, huh?
Yeah. It's got politics and sex and love and it's fucking nuts, dude. I love it. Who was it? That was Cabinet Lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, we even got a cabinet lady. She's off her rocker. I love her, but she's all, and I love the fact that it pisses David Reed off when Jeremy calls. It's a 12 out of 10 on every level. So good. Heidi can't help but rip on him. I just love Jeremy. No one get it, so he stops calling in. We need to hear this saga.
Yeah, we need the whole story, and at the end we got to take all of them and clip it together into one long story, so all of them run back to back. Yes. Hey guys, the more comfortable we can make Jeremy instead of making fun of him, the more likely we're going to get the stories with nudity and his hog out and like weird shit she says to him when they're having sex. And it's gonna is that so much true?
You have to think of Jeremy as like a snail. You don't want to touch those antlers and then they go back in. You know what I mean? You got to let him have the antlers out and cruise around. We don't want him to contract.
Yeah, he's got to get comfortable. Safe. Yeah, we got to make it. It's a safe space. It's a safe space. Jeremy, I think, was already in the comments this morning too. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's soaking it up right now. You think his girlfriend's ever gonna listen to it? Like, what if one day she's like, Hey, I really want to get into his world and get to know him a little bit more. I'm going to listen to that podcast he always talks about.
Yeah, that would be the crown jewel, dude. When she actually gets involved in the story, that's eventually what's going to happen. She's going to find out that he's sharing on the largest podcast on planet Earth, or second largest, this story of their relationship and how she handles that. Like, is she going to think she's part of an experiment, or is she going to realize that we're actually this is 2023 counseling and what friendship looks like? The whole thing is so fantastic.
Tony, it's
and then we have our own personal dilemma because we like Jeremy, but we also know we're exploiting him for 39-cent donations on YouTube. This thing is crazy. I'm so excited about it.
Oh my gosh, the chat is conflicted. Half of them realized who it was, and half of them didn't. Michael,
Darth Vader. Hey, the thought of Jake, that's a media opportunity for us too. We should also exploit Jake Chapman. Is that his mom or stepmom?
That was his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law.
Yeah, we should get you should be her coach at the games, and then we'll have someone there doing behind the scenes also.
I should do it.
A coach is passing shit. Yeah, it's awesome. It's wouldn't that be great if you went there with the games athlete thing?
Yeah, 65 plus. That's perfect. I'll be ready to
Oh,
rock.
it's so slick. What would they be like? No, sorry, no one from the Sevan Podcast can be your coach.
They just got to turn their shirts inside out. That's all. Like we did at the games.
Hey, you saw I sent you Ezra's phone number?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Ezra's the.
I know the audience is going to be ecstatic about that. We got Ezra Adderhole. Who's that?
Michael C's pushing me here. Michael C paid $1.99. It said, "Hang up, I'm getting bored." And then I saw his comment. Michael C knew I saw his comment, and then his next comment, which was also $1.99, said, "Say it, Souza. Damn it, I paid for it."
All right.
Oh my god, that was good.
You guys are good. And don't let the haters aren't just about the Jeremy story. They're just part of the story. They offer no. They don't sway the opinion at all. Jeremy's the best. That story's.
Oh,
that's
100%.
the thread that's keeping the show alive. Yeah.
The story's going nowhere. The story is going nowhere. That's for sure. We're gonna keep that one up. We want to see how that ends. We gotta follow that through.
The Democratic Party without AOC. It's like you gotta keep her.
Hey, the real reason is how could you be listening to the show and not be totally invested in the story? That's what I don't get. Like, how are you not wondering? Like, how are you not secretly wanting me to show up with a hat low over my eyes and film them across the street while they're at a date? You know? How do you not want that to happen? That's the real question.
Yes. Aren't you dying? And everyone's probably dying to know what she looks like. And it's just
I know. I'm dying to know what she looks like. I bet she's cute, though, because Jeremy's a good-looking dude. And he's got a rocking body.
Yeah, she is. She's very attractive.
Yeah, I said it, Jeremy.
I'll give you that.
Hey, someone said, Jay Hartle said, I bet the caller is a sexy Armenian. It's a good,
he is.
It's a good guess.
When he's not playing Darth Vader. Dude, people dress up. People dress up as Star Wars characters.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You go to the movie dressed up as a Star Wars character?
I think it's right. I think there's nothing less interesting than dressing up as a Star Wars character. But I only bring it up in context of how much better is it the Jeremy story than going to like Comic-Con as Boba Fett. And yet, a million people would probably love to do that. Like, great.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say if you dress up in and go to a Star Wars theater, mental illness, instantly mental illness.
It totally is. Hey, is Boba Fett's the bounty hunter? Is that is that him?
I don't even know. Boba Fett. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for taking my call. Thanks for doing the show.
Oh yeah,
man.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in and chat for a little bit.
Don't anyone stir me up again. I need to concentrate. No one say anything crazy again.
Well, the phone lines will be open the whole time, so if you feel the urge.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sevan Matosian. Even calling in from the car. Dylan Val, anything could happen on the Sevan podcast. Yeah, exactly. Even a schlup like me could end up in front of here running the show, huh? Okay, we had a couple of questions. Do you guys want to see the rest of that clip about it? It was just the end that I thought was hilarious. I'm just gonna play the last piece of this clip because I thought it was funny. I'm a huge fan of the story, Jeremy. Here we go.
And what's the biggest red flag when it comes to dating?
A Democrat. No Democrats.
A Democrat. Can't be a Democrat.
All right, well, we know what the qualification is there, huh? Can't be a Democrat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a Jay Hartle, I need to get on that site. It's called the what's it called? Hold on, let me make sure. Date the right stuff. Date the right stuff. Get the pun there. So what do you guys have? Do you guys have anything weird going on at your box, at your gym that you want to chat about? Is there anything strange happening? Is this the crocodile kid? Oh, is that the bow that you guys were talking about? Sleek, it's like a train wreck. I'm sorry it happened, but I can't stop looking at it as I drive by. I think he's talking about the Jeremy story with that. Jeremy, you're such a good dude for letting us in the intimate part of your life there. Yes, Sevan is getting his level 2 cert this weekend. Good guess. I thought there was a I was looking for a good question that was at the top. I thought I saw one, but oh, here we go. Slater. Susan, what are your thoughts about the mass shooting that happened 20 minutes away from me? Joe Biden this morning on my way to work, still heavy police presence. Yeah, I think that's status quo after anything like crazy like that happens. I think they end up keeping like a huge police presence for a while, not only for investigation purposes, but just for like public like appearance, right? They just want everybody to feel like it's gonna go okay. Hurry up, go back to buying stuff into your jobs. We have everything is fine. Fuck, I don't really like talking about these that much. Honestly, because I feel that the only way that we could actually make some sort of move towards a solution or solving something like this would be to first have to look at the data of like the last shootings that happened over the course of, let's say, the last 5 or 6 years, right? And you would compile all the data and then you would find different threads through them to kind of look at and say, okay, is there anything in these threads that connect kind of all these or have similarities of all these happening that we could look at and that we could actually like work towards bettering? And so I don't know what that is. I was just saying that would seem like a more viable solution than basically the political aisle parting it like it's doing with everything. Because I always feel that once the political aisle parts it, nobody's solving any problems. We're just going to argue for the home team. Jay Hartle, Souza, how did you fall into owning a gym? I wish the story was more awesome than it was. But basically, the long and the short of it was I was coaching at a gym voluntarily at the one up in Livermore here. And we have a caller. To be continued. Caller, hello. Welcome to the show. Caller, good morning. You were live.
Good morning. Good morning, Steve-O. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I have a controversial opinion on all these shootings.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
I think they're all bad.
I would agree with that as well.
I think that murder might be not popular to say today, but is wrong.
But right, yes, yeah, I would agree.
That's
I would
my
agree.
take on these shootings. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Shootings?
Yes, awful, terrible, wrong.
This is a kind of homogenized thinking that happens when we listen to too many Sevan podcasts.
What do you mean? Like some people don't think it's wrong?
No, that was a really good joke.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So last night I was in a bar arm wrestling with a bunch of racist South Africans.
Okay.
And I think I tore my rotator cuff. Do you have, as a gym owner,
yes,
do you have any like particular Kelly Starrett-ish kind of methods for remedying my broken joints?
Yeah. If
also, I got one more thing, so I apologize.
Yeah, no, go.
Cabinet lady may be wrong, but at least she calls in. I want everyone to know this is a call-in show.
Yeah.
So people that shit talk in the comments, call in, you sons of guns.
Exactly.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But bing. All right. Sorry. But what do I do about my rotator cuff?
Well, first off, you need to stop challenging randoms to arm wrestle in the bar. That's gonna lead to injury. So you can reduce your risk down to zero by just not doing that. And you got a lacrosse ball handy?
No, I didn't go to college.
Okay.
So I did not play lacrosse.
Okay. So you're pretty much fucked. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Unless you have a lacrosse ball, forget about it.
Really?
Yeah, that's the key. Everybody knows it.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess I'll just take my happy ass down the road then.
Yep. The crowd agreed, and I just solved the problem. Thank you for calling.
All right.
Let me know if you have any other ailments I could cure over the air for you.
Oh, well, I can. Well, maybe not. Bye-bye.
Bye. We'll get at the joke because everybody always says that lacrosse balls, they'll fix everything. So yeah, so that was basically it. I was coaching part-time at a gym. It wasn't a paid position, it was a volunteer position. I was attending classes there for a while, and a husband and wife that worked out there at the time basically wanted to start their own gym, and they thought that I had a knack for coaching. I clearly enjoyed it. And they offered if I wanted to get on the journey with them. And I said yes. And about 8 months later, we didn't start a gym. I bought an existing CrossFit gym in Livermore. We were going to start a gym in Tracy. It was all set. I had the location, everything lined up. We just had to sign on the dotted line for the lease. And when they went to tell the gym owner that they were working on it, like what the plan was and why they were quitting, and we are going to move to the city about 20 minutes away or so, he said at the time, like, hey, why don't you buy this? Because he started in 2008, and it was never the intention for him to have a functioning business. It was just a place for him and his buddies to go work out. More people started to show up. At the time, CrossFit was really popular. So the gym started to grow, and he knew that he wasn't doing the business the justice that it deserved. So he basically said, hey, rather than starting from scratch, why don't you guys consider buying this gym, which was called CrossFit at the time. And then that's how it came to be. So we stopped everything that we had in the other city in Tracy, and we turned our focus to purchasing the existing CrossFit gym. And in 2013, we bought it, and that's it. We bought it. We turned it into CrossFit Livermore. And then in 2016, I bought out my business partners. They were going different directions in life. They were selling actually all their businesses in California, moving out of state, and I was one of those businesses that they had. So in 2016. I took sole ownership 100% of the business, and it's been rocking ever since. And sorry, I can't see you guys' other comments if you've been talking right now, just because I tried to pause on these so I could actually remember to read them, because I skipped a shitload, including Philip Kelly's donation yesterday. I apologize, Philip. You can put it in. You don't have to donate again, and I'll read it. I can't remember what it was. Susan, how many days a week does the average member attend class? 4.8. No, it's usually, I would say it's anywhere between 3 and 4 is probably, but the program I write for the gym, I write it for 7 days a week because I do have a lot of people that come that often. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, classic CrossFit. Thursday, we do some sort of active recovery or cardio intervals. Friday, Saturday, back to classic CrossFit. And Sunday, I teach the mobility class in the mornings. Oh wait, somebody else also asked that same question. That's interesting. Michael C. Susan, what's your fan time? Best ever is 2:35. Don't ask me to do that right now, though. Okay, we'll go down to the bottom. We'll start over here. Who do we got? No medical advice. Yes, that was not medical advice. A lacrosse ball. He's referring to the last caller that called in. Susan, why don't you tell us about you? Well, because I think that would probably work better and Melissa asks, Susan, why don't you tell us about you? Needs to be as good as Brian part 1. No pressure. It doesn't work that way. You need somebody on the other side of it, right? They got to ask the questions. They got to probe. They got to pry. Otherwise, it just kind of sounds weird if I'm just like picking and choosing. Susan, ain't that why God invented computers to do the kind of research you said? About what? That was an old comment. Sorry. Thanks for putting up a show. That's what I do. I just figured something's better than nothing, right? We already eclipsed yesterday's views, which is good. Got more today. So thank you for what up. Never meet your heroes. True. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Any questions, callers? Susan, do you have an espresso maker? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Can you do anything about my crabs? Dick Butter. No, I cannot do shit about that. Don't itch him. It'll probably end up making it worse. Okay. Got another clip here for you guys. Don't worry. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this one here. Now, I'll apologize in advance because this is one of those things that I know you guys probably, as I do, hate the reactions where it's somebody just sitting there like nodding and like pointing at the clip the whole time. They're absolutely terrible. They're absolutely terrible. Wad Zombie, new segment. You look up things we suggest in Urban Dictionary. Yeah, that's not going to be good. I mean, how long before we get censored on that one, huh? We can't even talk about the anymore, let alone whatever else we could find on Urban Dictionary. That would be crazy. Like a little censor. Okay, here we go. So another example of reincarnation. That was going to be my question to you guys. We'll let this clip play. Inside this clip, you have a year and a 5-month-old pianist. It's a baby sitting at a piano on its parent's lap, and it's playing with its it's playing with its index finger to the piano. And then this woman who did the little side by side, whatever the reaction video to it, is saying that this is another example of reincarnation. Times when I walk, it's like looking to see if like the adult hand was like playing, or if there was some sort of video magic. Okay, so what do you guys think? You guys believe in the reincarnation? You think that baby is like Mozart, like reincarnated? I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. How much have you collected in offerings this morning? Just so you know, if you don't pay your tithes in offerings to the Sevan Podcast, you are. Thank you, Sephardellus. Yes. Yes. Make sure the tithe to the. Jonathan Ortega, is that goddamn baby playing piano? Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys think that that's real? Hence why it's all in tune. Russ Stevens, he's not buying it. Okay, so we're thinking that it's perhaps fake. Look at PK's comment. Oh, God. The hot topic question for every affiliate owner. During the Floyd 19, how did you feel personally about the pressure to take a side? I didn't feel any pressure to take any side. We did have some issues with, like certain members saying they wanted us to like respond to it or to like post a black square. We didn't post the black square. We actually didn't do anything about it. I was going to completely leave the whole entire topic alone. But one of the corporate partners that I had at the time, they basically reached out to me and were like, hey, this happened. And since you're attached to us as the company and you're attached to CrossFit, like we'd like you to make some sort of statement, which I thought was crazy. And so, yeah, we made a video and I basically was like, CFL is open for everybody. We don't agree with any comments that might have come off as offensive or racist. And we're open for everybody. It was basically like the long and the short of what we did. And that was it. That was it. I knew that over time it would kind of level itself out. And I also just think it was just the pent up energy from the government response there to the so made everybody kind of spring a little bit as soon as affiliate owners feeling pressure to respond. But that was it. Mine was pretty low key. WS Suzette, is it anyone ever reach out to you to pick your brain about opening a box? Yeah, quite often now. It started before, it was probably like once every couple of months somebody would kind of reach out and we would chat. And just this last month, I think I've talked to like 4 people. So there was a little link I put in the bio of my Instagram, which sounds super lame and I hate to do it this way, but it was just made it easy. So that way people that wanted to come in could just click that and schedule a time to like chat or something like that, which unfortunately my schedule changes all the time. So sometimes that has to change a little bit too. But by and large, yes, I'm available to talk. So if you want anything, you could use that and hit it up. Okay, I'm trying to see here if there's anything else. It's funny. These comments are tougher to keep up to when you're hosting the whole thing. A lot easier when I'm just sitting shotgun. BS 431980. I lost a lot of respect for certain athletes over the Floyd 19 stuff. Yeah. Philip Kelly, the two-handed hold on the coffee mat indicates authenticity, as Trish described. Trish is quite the character. Trish hasn't been here in the last couple of days, huh? That is interesting. Trish is everywhere. Jonathan Ortega, I'm going to set up a Calendarly with you, Susan, because I still want to talk about. Yeah, please do, dude. All this stuff gets buried sometimes in my text, and this thing, the Calendarly connects directly to my calendar, so it updates in real time, which is good. Oh, Trish, now now I feel comfortable. I was feeling insecure, like you purposely weren't listening to it because I was in the pilot seat here. Trish, I've never had respect for the athletes. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna play another clip here. This one doesn't have too much to it. It's not very philosophical at all. This one, it's just a little something I wanted to share with you guys. A little spill. For those of you guys listening and not watching, I'm sorry. This clip is this clip is video only. Here we go. Play it. Cruising the Derby. And takes a little spill. So now, one thing that I want you guys to notice in this clip, it's a little person riding a scooter in mud, and the scooter slips out and they completely fall. And I paused it right before they fall because if you look at everybody in the background here, not even one person, maybe the seat of the glasses, like even notices or acknowledges little dudes. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so for Dallas, this is I saw this classic. The guy behind him looks and then turns away. Exactly, like as if he wanted to as if he didn't want to be responsible. Like he falls over and he's like, okay, if I pay attention, then I have to be responsible for asking if he's okay. I don't want to do that. Your mom. Hey, your mom. Do you think will ever see CrossFit as a sport separate from HQ? So the two entities that differentiate the two. No, I think they'll forever be connected by the name CrossFit. I think it'd be hard to decouple that. Like, how would you call the methodology something different? I think by the name being the same, the CrossFit Games versus just CrossFit in and of itself, I think that the bright shiny object will always kind of attract more attention. So the masses will kind of look at that and point to it and be like, hey, that's CrossFit, and they're pointing at the CrossFit Games. And us as trainers and affiliate owners will look at that and say, no, that's not what CrossFit. We'll point to the person that's lost 100 pounds and completely changed their life and have gotten their health back under control. And I think it'll be really, really tough if even possible to separate the two from the eye of the masses, which is really what you want, because everybody who truly knows CrossFit or is taking their L1 understands it. So the question really is like, how do you differentiate to the people who don't understand what CrossFit is? So that's the tough part. Jessica T, Suze's wee man. That would have been a better way to say it. Damn it, Jessica. That was a better joke. Get it? Because I'm like Steve-O and that's wee man. Logan Mars. This is my favorite event at the CrossFit High Challenge Comp. Well, this or the plyo box muscle ups. I guess he was referring to the little man falling. That might have been a joke he was making about the race. Okay, Souza, Philip Kelly, Souza, why wouldn't you guys go down to semis? I'm bewitched, bothered, and bewildered over this. What do you mean go down to semis? Like, have me do what I do at Wadapalooza and stuff like that? I don't know if the venue's big enough and if it's the best usage of the time in terms of coverage. We're still going to be crushing it from the house on the weekend, so we're still going to be doing a lot of stuff there. I just don't think we'll have to be there in person, but I'm sure we'll have some on-site correspondents, down there relaying some information. So we'll do it at the games. Don't worry, we'll do it at the games. Okay, so I don't know actually if I want to go with this clip. Maybe we'll go for one more here. Screw it. We'll just play this one. Okay. So one of the members of my gym, story time here, a little story time. One of the members of my gym works at the lab up the way, the Lawrence Livermore lab. And he was talking about when they have people travel in from out of state or whatever, they're flying them in now to the San Jose airport and not the Oakland airport, because they were finding out that people in Oakland were targeting people at the rent-a-car parking lot. So you come in with all your bags and shit like that, and they would basically either wait in the parking lot to see which car you loaded in and then robbed you and to go drive away, or there's a gas station coming into the Oakland airport, and they would basically wait by the gas station and then rob you when they knew that you were from out of town with luggage and stuff in your car. So they started having people go to different airports, right? Because they can no longer keep control over Oakland Airport. Well, don't need to fear now. You don't even need to go to the airport to get robbed. This, you could see, it says Hotel Jack London Square. So this would have been in like the Jack London Square of Oakland. This would have normally been classified as kind of the safer part of Oakland because there's a lot of business and stuff down there. But look at this. You see people just hopped out of a car, broke the passenger window, broke the back window, and they're loading what looks like all of their travel luggage directly just into their car, double parked next to it. Like just jumped out, broke out the back window. This is in the middle of broad daylight. And they just pack it up, hop in the car, and take off. And they're a pretty well-oiled machine. Like they don't, and they almost ran that biker over when they went to leave too. Did you guys see that? That was crazy. I don't even think he saw that biker. But in terms of like, as you watch them move, and this is how you could always kind of tell like if the criminals are experienced or not, because they're relatively calm. They're not frantic. They're not like running back and forth and doubling back over. They're very like concise and making sure that they're grabbing everything. And the other one knows exactly, I'm opening this back. I'm filling this up. I shut this. He's got one more bag. I'm opening the back passenger seat. Like it was really smooth. So that means that that's definitely not their first rodeo here. But the purpose of it is just to show that it's getting more and more brazen. I mean, just right in the middle of broad daylight, downtown Oakland. Little fumble there. So maybe they weren't as, well, I guess if they're professional, they wouldn't be robbing somebody's car in the middle of the day anyways, right? But yeah, definitely if you guys come to the Bay Area, Oakland, do not leave anything in your car. I swear, like that should just be, they should have signs at the airport if they don't already that just say, do not leave shit in your car. Do not leave anything in your car. Let's see here. I already read Logan Rice. Philip Kelly gave me some PTSD because he commented with the donation. I talked about that a little earlier and I forgot it. So now I'm like scrolling around trying to find it here. Welcome back. You got something to say about that last clip you listened to?
Now think about it. There's will hire signs everywhere in the Bay Area.
Everywhere.
Anybody can go get a job for $20 an hour. Anybody can get a job for $20 an hour. Anybody. They're everywhere, right? And yet these people sit there at home, one or two or three or four people. They devise this plan. They spend a couple hours devising it. They figure out which airports they're going to go to. They put together this whole elaborate plan instead to steal luggage. And why do they do that? Because the consequences.
Yeah.
Hey, if I told you that, lack thereof, exactly. If I told you that, a cop grabbed a guy. There was a guy, he put a gun to he did a home invasion robbery. A man went into a house with a gun, a home invasion robbery, and put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach and strong-armed her and robbed her. I mean, you would think this man is very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And if the cops apprehended him and he died in the apprehension of him, you would be like, hey, it sounds like he was a pretty dangerous man.
Agreed.
But if I told you it happened 3 hours after he did it, he's very dangerous. 6 days after he did it, does he become less dangerous? A year after he does it, is he less dangerous? 3 years? The whole thing of just giving people pardons and accepting their bad behavior, but even worse, holding them up as heroes is fucking insane. You were just reading that story to me. It's disgusting. I had never heard of anyone getting robbed at an airport until like 2 or 3 years ago in the United States.
Yeah.
And now you can't, by the way, you can't even park at San Jose comfortably. One of my friends parked at San Jose 2 years ago and had their catalytic converter stolen. This is at an international airport where there's hundreds, if not thousands of cameras. and criminals are just going in and stealing catalytic converters.
Yeah, because like you said, there's no consequence, and so it's easier for me to just go steal that, and I can make more on my hour doing that with less consequence than I could going to get a job somewhere.
And it would be so easy to stop.
Yeah,
It would be so easy to stop.
it's insane. But you know the gas station I'm talking about right as you go to leave Oakland Airport, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a hotel there where they have swinger parties too.
Yeah, that's right. So it's swinger parties. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
exactly
right in that area, which is nuts because I've gone there.
Yeah,
You go there tons of time, fill up for some gas and get about your way, or stop in there to grab something before you have to head into the airport. And yeah, they're waiting right behind that hotel and robbing people right there.
There's a Shell there one time, and I was getting gas at night by the Oakland Airport, and a car pulls up. It was a Nissan Maxima with tinted out windows, and the driver's door opened, and a guy, I shit you not, had a huge bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he just dumped it out on the ground there, and it looked like it was like 300 like wings he had eaten and was storing them in that bucket, the bones, and dumped it out, and then brought the bucket back inside his car, and then dumped out his ashtray. Just right on the ground there. Hey, all he would have had to do is stand up and like 10 feet to the left, 5 feet to the left, put it in a trash can.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm all for crazy, severe consequences. I believe that money is human energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most valuable thing we have is our time. I believe in just crazy power.
Hey, ever since we've
especially premeditated stealing. Premeditated stealing is like the worst.
Ever since I met our friend Raymond, I'm calling him my friend now too.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you remember what he told me about money? What to do? By any chance?
Oh shit! Did I lose you?
No, can you hear me? We still got you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm in the
right.
middle of nowhere.
You remember what Raymond told me about money? By any chance?
No, what did he say?
He said if you want it, you need to study it. You need to study it. You need to know it, right? And I agree with you on the whole. Money is human energy. It's stored human energy. It's your own stored human energy. It buys other people's human energy, right?
Yeah, it's human potential. Yeah, it's for buying it. Like I give the skate guy money, and he gives me 2 hours of his time. His human energy.
Right. But here's the scary thing. So then what we're basically saying is the central bank owns human energy. Yes.
We've agreed to it. We've outsourced it. Yes.
Yeah, which is nuts because if money can be, if it's not tethered to anything and it can kind of just be printed at the will of the government, I mean, there's all the obvious consequences that come with that. But the main one, just staying on the track of it being human energy, essentially what you're doing is you're allowing them to control not only the current human energy in present time, but all of our future children's generations and everything else's future energy, right?
Yep.
And that's a big problem.
Have you heard these guys who now are describing what the issue is with AI? That it's not going to be robots that come down and take over people. It's just going to be the word. It's basically going to be Minority Report, but it's going to learn human behavior and how people react to certain words. This is not going to be a popular subject here, but look at the Bible. It's this book full of words, right?
Yep.
And look how many people fucking subscribe to that. You don't think AI is going to do a better job at rewriting the new Bible, and it's going to be able to control even more people?
So it's essentially you're saying through
it's
mass
algorithm
psychosis.
Response.
Through mass psychosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
It knows. Everyone knows. So you stream fire in the movie theater, and now we know how everyone reacts, right? If there's 100 people, 70 run for the door, 10 people grab their popcorn, and 20 people stand up and be like, does this mean I can't watch the movie? And then that's a data point, right? And then it says, and it just keeps track of all that at a crazy high speed. It's basically chess with our lives. And what's funny is it's going to be that easy for the AI to control people, but it's going to be that easy not to be controlled because all you'd have to do is turn it off.
Right.
All you have to do is not participate.
Hey, but
we're surrounded by people who know that, and they still don't believe it. But they still don't believe how powerful words are. That it's all sorcery going on here.
Yeah, but the thing is too, is just like everything else in our society, you could always choose not to participate, but you really can't, right? It's like the terms and agreement when you get a new iPhone. Like, sure, you could sit there and read it and understand it.
I think you can. I think you can.
How would
are
you?
Are the Amish? You just got to you're just not going to do some of the things that other people do. Hey, dude, how is anyone participating in the NBA and NFL economies anymore? It would be so easy not to. It would be so easy to stop watching the NBA and NFL. It would be so easy not to purchase any Nike gear anymore. We know how deplorable these fucking companies are, and yet everyone's
Willing
still partakes.
Yeah,
willing participants. I can't argue. Man, look at the Amish. They're doing it.
Are they?
Right?
You think the guy at the top though? You think the one behind, like the one who's the fucking leader, is it on TikTok and scrolling through that explore page or what? Like,
I think I don't know.
See, that's
what do I know? But
yeah.
But I think you can get pretty far off the grid and not be a hermit too.
Yeah, maybe it'll become a more and more popular movement there. In other words, we'll continue to carve the path on the way out, right? I don't know.
Hey, dude, do you know how to catch a fish and then clean it and cook it?
Fuck no. I mean, I've done it before. I was taught it when I was younger, but I haven't done it in so long that I couldn't confidently say yes to that.
Yeah, that can't be that hard to learn. And just think of the independence that would give.
That's very true.
We live by an ocean, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, we're so far removed from being able to be self-sufficient, though. Like by and large, I mean, I know there's a couple people. Those people, but I'm not one.
Those people instead of fishing fish out of the ocean, are waiting by the airport to strong arm people. I mean,
fuck.
It is nuts.
Hey, dude, that's the urban fishing. That's urban fishing.
Yes.
We're being called Californians. Trish also said we sound like two 14-year-old boys who smoked our first joint.
Hey, it's fair. That's fine. Hey, and not only that, but those people are being defended because of the color of their skin. Well, it's okay. Imagine that. Imagine what that says to all the other people, the vast majority of melanated people who hear that, who are disgusted by that. It just lumps all of them up. That is statements like that. That is the root of systemic racism. When people say, "Oh, but it's just reparations," or "Hey, it's okay. They're marginalized people. We have to have sympathy for them." That's the Democrats saying, "Hey, they're stupid. We're smarter than them."
Yeah. The superiority complex is baked into almost every single one of their policies and their vernacular. But is there a way out of it? Like, hey, do you honestly think that San Francisco's on a one-way track to just fall off the fucking cliff?
No,
or do you think that there's a solution?
You need some crazy fuck like Rudy Giuliani, what he did to New York. I remember when New York was dangerous and then when it got safe again. Yeah. It was crazy.
Well, what was the main thing?
They can totally do it, dude.
What was the main thing? The stop and frisk policy? Was that what?
Yes, just allow. Yeah, just let the get. Hey, it's what they did in
dude, I get it.
It's what they just did in Ecuador. Hey, dude, or El Salvador. They just arrested 2% of the nation's population.
Yeah, but aren't you worried that stop and frisk policy is giving
too
much power to the state?
Very worried. But this I have to choose my battles.
Dude, I went on this. I started. Remember a while back, I said I was going to do a deep dive on public education, and this ties in. Yeah. The more and more that you start to that you look into it and kind of see the progress as it's made to, it's like I don't think we have the tools to even get ourselves out of this through the way that the generations are thinking these days.
Hey, and think of all the endless evidence that there is of all the crazy fucking sexualizing of kids and brainwashing that's going on in our schools, and yet I bet you half our listeners send our kids to still the public school.
I bet you majority of them will. I don't know if there's too many viable solutions.
It's
That's
nuts.
a tough call to make.
It's nuts. Move on to become Amish.
Daniel said, "I hear Rudy is available if you want him."
I think we need Rudy too, but we need Vivek Ramaswamy.
Tank Reeves says San Francisco is a lost cause shithole.
Yeah, San Francisco is pretty. It's man.
Trish, you boys would be running running to the state as soon as you had to clean a fish.
I know. Hey, that's you're fucking. You're right.
She's
know
right.
what I mean?
She's right. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
Trish.
right.
Like that's the thing. That's the thing. I know smoking's bad for you because I smoke, right? I mean, it's like, but it's 99% of the people can't even admit that. They get defensive. It's like, yeah.
CK Kevin said they could frisk me any day, nothing to hide. That's the thing, though. It's like,
hey, and here's the next thing too. It's I use the iPhone. That's horrible. Tyson Bagent, I love him to death. I'm so excited that he made it to the NFL. The hypocrisy's everywhere. I'm not lying to myself. I'm not lying to myself.
Oh, Jeremy World says, hurry up, Sevan, have an exclusive live girlfriend update. There's movement in the story.
Okay, I'm getting off. Thanks for taking
this. This is going to be good. Thanks for coming in and saving me.
Okay, bye, guys.
Love you back. Okay, Jeremy, we need that update. Did you see that clip that I showed about the right stuff dating thing? Sorry, I didn't play that yesterday. I was like, it was freaky. Trish, are you good? Trish, are you good? You seem a little angry this morning. Mr. Government, how do I gut this fish? Please help. Caller, you're live on the air. Good morning.
Suza.
Yeah, Jerry, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? You're holding down the fort pretty well again. Nice job. Nice job.
Hey, thank you. I'm just kind of feeling my way through the dark here. And
doing well.
I figured I'd just jump into the deep end and just run it solo and just kind of see how it goes. I took the
I feel like people really don't understand how hard it is to do what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't even understand how hard it is to do what I'm doing until I did it yesterday. Hey, you know what? You know what was even harder is like going back, and I knew I had to do this, but like watching portions of it back, like watching myself to figure out exactly like, okay, because I really felt like I was like, all right, the first 15 minutes was a little shaky. I was kind of projecting that nervousness a little bit. We got into the affiliate talk. I like settled in. Once I settled in, I was able to like keep it together. But having to go back and watch that was like, dude, I couldn't do it. I was like, oh man, this is going to be.
There's not much harder things to do than watch yourself back. We use that dad's group. We use the Marco Polo app, and you talk into your phone and you're watching yourself talk, and you're just like, hopefully I don't sound like a bumbling idiot. And then you watch your video back and you're like, damn it, I sound like a bumbling idiot. Yeah. You're like, this sucks. But no, I think you're doing great. I think you're doing great.
Hey, thanks, brother.
No, actually, I don't have a, I'm going to go hiking.
Wait, say that again. You cut off. Uh-oh, Jeremy, we lost you. Come back. Oh no. Right when he was about to give the update. All right. Well, try to call back, Jeremy, if you could hear me still. I seem to lost the call. Okay, hopefully he'll get back. Because I kind of want to know. Odd, what's up? Finally made it back to civilization and got enough service for the pod. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Jeremy, you back with us?
Hey, did I lose you?
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Where was I what was I ranting about?
Well, you're about to break into the an update for us with the new lady friend. And I got this little chime thing. We're gonna play that. We got to give you something a little bit better next time you call, so that way people know the segment has started.
I like that. I'm flattered. No, actually, it's funny. I was listening before when Darth Vader called in and he's giving me the shout out. I just wanted to return the love. Thank you, Darth Vader, for the shout out, for the encouragement. The stories will keep coming. I have some, but I'll save them for another segment or another time.
Let it pile up a little bit, so then that way everybody is that way when you really hear it, hey, yo, what the fuck? You get the crazy stuff,
I love that. Yeah, we're gonna go on a hike today, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of memories made.
Okay, yeah. So have you guys spent a lot of time together with just conversationally? like a long drive or like this hike that's coming up? Is this going to be the first one of those, or have you experienced that with her already?
Be the first hike, but
Okay.
we've had a lot of one-on-one conversations. And I'll tell you what I normally do is, and by the way, I had something else I was going to talk about, but this is cool. What I normally do is kind of like what Sevan had suggested early on, is ask questions. You know, instead of jumping to conclusions or getting upset or getting my feathers ruffled, I ask questions. You know, she says something, how she feels about this or that person, and I ask the question, like, why do you feel that way? Or, you know, what's led you to believe that? You know, and then I can get into like, all right, this is why she thinks that way, and then I can offer a counterpoint.
You just hit her with one of those. And now, do you feel that does she like go deep into issues and like really spend the time to kind of like process them, or is she more of just a headline sensationalist, kind of go with whatever the popular opinion is?
The second part, and yes, and that's frustrating at first, but again, when you're in a bubble, when you live in a lot of people do, I don't want to say everybody does, a lot of people exist in a bubble, and when you exist in that bubble, you do what people in that bubble do. Typically, you don't, if you're one to watch CNN, for example, and see a story about a black guy that was, you know, assaulted or whatever by the cops, you don't read past that. You see that it fits your narrative, fits the narrative of the bubble that you're in, and you just run with it.
Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, don't look at
100%. So when I push back, when I, you know, even tell her or go a little bit deeper, she brought up Joe Rogan the other day, asked if I like Joe Rogan. I said,
is that a baiting question? I feel like that was a baiting question. Did you feel baited?
Well, she prefaced it with all these losers. She works with a lot of guys. She's like human resources, so she works with a lot of guys, and all these losers at work like Joe Rogan. What do you think of Joe Rogan? I'm like, I'm being baited, or she's just genuinely asking a question. But you know what? I'll answer it. And I told her, I said, over the years, I probably watched, I don't know, I don't watch him a whole lot, 10 episodes, you know. He had the COVID doctors on, by COVID doctors, I mean the doctors that were being banned or whatever because they were going against the COVID narrative. He had like Francis and Ngannou. He's had some really cool interviews, and I'm like, I appreciate the guy. She's like, well, isn't he racist? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked that. I'm like, and actually I was talking with Sevan about this offline, and I said, have you actually, how far into that story have you actually looked? And we went back and forth about it, and it was really cool because at the end of it, she's like, oh, okay, like you can see the wheels were turning. Maybe, you know, she didn't say she doesn't, or she loves them or anything now, but you can see the wheels were turning a little bit there. I'm like, all right, that's cool. At least you could still not like the guy. I don't care. I don't need you to like Joe Rogan, but what I need you to do is think a little bit better, you know, think a little bit deeper, go further than what a headline or your friend might tell you, you know? So.
Yeah. And I think too, like, be careful with the baited questions. Usually just follow it up with a question. Do you watch Joe Rogan? I have from time to time. Have you listened to majority of his stuff?
Yeah.
And then it forces her to be like, yes,
that.
I've listened to it, or no, I haven't, right? Because then you could start to dig it a little deeper. She's like, no, I don't really listen to it. Yeah. And then the conversation almost just ends, right? But if she's like, yeah, I have listened to some of it, cool, what episodes? Oh, okay, that's interesting. What didn't you like about it? What did you like about it, right? Because chances are, if she honestly thinks that Joe Rogan's a racist, she's probably never really even listened to the show, right? There's like no
Great
way
point.
you've listened to it. So just rather before giving out your, you know, showing your cards, pry a little bit more, ask a little bit more questions, and you know how much of your cards you have to show.
I love that. That's genius. You're a wise man. I appreciate that.
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So I got that going for me.
Hey, and he's humble, man. Grace is a lucky lady. So the actually what I was calling in, I know that maybe within the last few months I called in and I asked you a question about my affiliate, I think, but I don't know if it was this exact question. So here's the question.
Okay.
We were talking about affiliates and weird things or whatever. So real quick, I helped start an affiliate back in 2013, and I left and then came back. And so I left to coach somewhere else for a while and help a few other gyms, and then came back. And when I came back, it was around the pandemic starting, and the previous owner that I had started it with couldn't, he wants to shut down. He couldn't afford to stay open,
Okay.
or at least that's what he said. So he sold it to one of the members. One of the members stepped up, and she bought it, and I was her first coach, and so she, asked me to come back and help out. So I come back, and she owned it, and I would say the first year was pretty cool. She was very involved. All the things, checking the boxes of what you want to see from your affiliate owner. But for about the last, year and a half or so, 2 years, her and her now new boyfriend are very, very, very absent. I mean, like they'll be in there maybe once a week to stock the Fit Aid fridge, but they don't attend classes. She doesn't coach. I was at her L1, sat with her and talked and encouraged her, said, hey, you're going to have to do this someday, especially if you're the gym owner, We had very deep talks about it. She doesn't coach. Her boyfriend doesn't have his L1. He doesn't coach. They're never there. This is what's the really unfortunate thing is they are the type of people that change the energy in the room in a bad way. So because they're never there, because they're not involved, when they come, members, coaches, anybody, it changes. Everything changes. Everyone goes from happy to, not so happy anymore. And we've had coaches meetings without them. There's probably 12 to 15 total coaches. And we've had coaches meetings without them. And the only thing we can come to the conclusion of doing is maybe try to drive them out to sell to one of us so that we can carry on the gym and not have to worry about their app. How do you go, you're a longtime affiliate owner. How do you go about navigating something? I don't know if you've personally been in this situation or if you've seen it. How do you navigate like absent owners? And it's not a Anytime Fitness, this is a CrossFit gym. Owners need to be there, right? So how do you go about navigating that?
Yeah, so great question. and Jay Sizzle, I'll read his comment here because this actually applies to it. It says, I think it's unfair not to show cards. There needs to be a balance to have an open conversation. And in this case, I 100% agree. I think that it's not very fair to the current owners if somebody isn't speaking up and saying, hey, look, can I talk to you guys privately? You pull them aside into a room and you say exactly what you said to me to them and say, look, I'm saying this for the sake of trying to better the situation. I think we got an awesome community here and there's a lot of potential. And I want to work with you guys to help, find that potential here and then listen to what it is in their case. Cause there might be a ton of stuff going on in their life that everybody's unaware of that is keeping them from being more included into the affiliate, more involved. Or they simply might just be like we talked about on the Chris Cooper show. Maybe they're just burnt out and they're just out of time. And the thought of going back into the trenches and upgrading everything and rolling their sleeves back up is just too daunting for them to take on. In which case you could start to explore the option of potentially purchasing it from them. But I think the very first thing you have to do, and it can't be, and if you do have a conversation with them, Jeremy, and you decide that, okay, I'll step up and I'll have a conversation. Whatever you do not say we and do not say they. And when you have it, don't say, well, we think and they think. Don't do that because what's going to happen is the conversation is going to be completely lost. They're going to get defensive because they're going to feel that it's an us versus them mentality. And then they're going to think, oh shit, well, all you guys just talk a bunch of shit behind our backs. Like this isn't even a fair conversation. And in their mind, it's going to be completely lost as far as like having any productive outcome. So when you sit down with them, you have to be willing to say, hey, I think that this is the way this is. I think this. I've been experiencing this. So that way you're addressing it as you and not this you're not the operator of the group and coming in saying,
Sure,
we
sure.
all think, and now I'm here to defend the group. As long as you do not approach it like that, and you just approach it as like, hey, I'm generally concerned, I'm involved in this community, I want to see to be at the best it could be, and then get into the conversation with them. I think that would be your best hope for a good outcome here.
I like all that. I totally missed failed to share that another coach and myself last November or so talked to them about that, about potentially them selling.
Yeah.
Just the conversation came up, and they made it very clear that was November, so it's May now. That at that time they were just straight up like, no, there's no way. We have absolutely zero intention of selling. And so then that's really what's been sparking a lot of the conversation between the coaches is like, okay, so they're not here. Not only us coaches have an issue with it, but a lot of members are coming to us weekly, daily with their issues about it and their frustrations. We came to them. Two of us came to them. The only two that actually probably have the means of buying the gym from them. We presented that option of them because, they're older, 50 or so. They have their jobs, no young kids. So they don't really have, I'm not going to say they don't have the stressors. I had 3 young kids and I got all sorts of things going on, but I'm still stepping up and offering the best I have because I love CrossFit that much and I love the people that much. So they don't really have a whole lot that's hindering them. It seems like it's their choice. Like they just want to own a CrossFit gym and it sounds cool and they can come whenever they want and they're in charge. So we've had that conversation. They made it very clear, we don't want to sell right now or in the near future. So that's why I said earlier, like, do we drive them out?
No. Don't drive them out of their own business. Have that conversation with them again. Ask if they're open to any changes. Give them a little bit of space to make the thing. If somebody coaches showed up to me with their pitchforks and torches and said, "Hey, we think you should sell," I would immediately get defensive as well. But I tell you what, we got 2 threads of the story, so you're gonna have to call back and let us know about what's going on with the affiliate too.
For sure. Absolutely. I'd love to. All
right, Jeremy. Thanks for your call, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep crushing. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. All right. He had to go. He had to go to a new affiliate. I know. You know what, Hiller, which is interesting, is the calls that I get about it are very, very similar to what's going on with Jeremy. They're very, very similar, meaning like they think they're like, hey, all the coaches think this, we want to do these changes. The owners aren't present. The owners are absent. So now this like us versus them dynamic has started to form and that stuff. But as an affiliate owner, you got to get in there, roll up your sleeves, have the conversation and like get in front of your coaches and everything else. You got to have those conversations. You got to have those conversations. So this might get interesting. I sent a link out to see if somebody wants to jump in and chat for about the last 15 minutes or so of the show. But we will actually, I'm just going to leave you guys hanging. You'll never know who it is if they don't show up. Audrey, you should be able to talk to your owner. I completely agree. I think that all affiliate owners need to make themselves available to their coaches and to the community for all those suggestions. And the main thing too is like, if you're a member of an affiliate where you feel that that's happening, or you're a coach in an affiliate where that's happening, like you really have to fucking talk to the owner. Like you can't create a situation where you guys are all going behind their back and talking about it, because that's not really gonna set it up for success there. Caller, hello, welcome to the show.
Hello, this is Brad from Livermore.
Brad, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Is this Matt? Oh, what's up, Matt? How are you?
I'm good. You sound like you're driving on your way to an L1 or something. I could just hear it in the car. I could just hear it in the tone.
Yeah, you can feel the energy, the tone of my voice. Excited for day 2 of my L1 course.
All right.
Make this test my retouch.
Hey, how did day 1 go? Tell us, did anything strange happen in the L1? Was there did anybody sharp themselves or anything during the workout or anything crazy?
Unfortunately, no, there was no sharding. It was actually pretty uneventful in that kind of category, but it was good. Lots of great stuff that I learned, built camaraderie, of course, with my fellow classmates and instructors. All in all, great day one.
Hey, did you learn anything that we don't do at CFL? Like you're like, oh fuck, we really missed the mark here.
So no, nothing like that. But what I did learn was kind of putting a formula behind like my thoughts around some other things, or like the things that we do in the gym. It's like let me just put it this way. So like one of the things that stood out to me yesterday that really stuck with me was when we learned about threshold training. And that's kind of, to me, is like the science behind moving the needle, right? So when, you're at that point where you're like really gassed, and like, that's when you keep pushing yourself to increase your speed while maintaining technique or improving that technique, is where you're really moving that needle. So that was a really cool concept for me to learn about, was threshold training.
All right, nice. Hold on 1 second. Let me send this out. So are you on your way to day 2 right now?
Yeah.
What time does it start? I thought that shit started at 8. Are you late?
No, of course not. No, I'm either right on time or I don't show up. But no, it starts at 9.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you excited for anything on day 2?
Am I what?
Excited for anything in particular? Who are your instructors?
Yeah, so to answer your first question, I'm excited. I'm excited for day 2. I think we're going to do some deadlifts today, so just more moving. The instructors, I'm sorry, I'm going to forget some last names, but Austin, he's the owner of CrossFit Milpitas, where I'm taking my L1 course. Zach Pine, and then Megan. Her last name starts with a B, and I can't remember what it was. But they're great instructors.
Nice. Yeah, you got a good cast there. I know the 3 of them. Not like no, but know of and have spent some time with the 3 of them over the years.
Yeah.
The years. All right, well, that's awesome. You got anything else for us? Anything exciting? Anything else you want to say while you got the floor there?
God, there's so many things I guess I could or want to say, but other than that, if you're thinking about taking the L1, and I'm not paid by CrossFit, I'm not endorsing, or maybe I am endorsing them.
You're definitely endorsing it. It's not a paid endorsement.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. This is an unpaid endorsement.
There you go.
Even if you're not taking the L1 course to become a coach, if you just really like CrossFit and want to like it more and learn about it more, and actually really just learn about fitness and health in general, I strongly recommend taking the course. I'm taking it so that I can be an instructor at the great CrossFit Livermore, or not instructor, coach at the great CrossFit Livermore. But I would have also taken this course just if I wanted to know more about fitness and health and CrossFit.
Beautifully said. Thanks for the call. Enjoy your day 2, Brad.
Thanks for taking my call. Have a great day.
I'll talk to you later, brother. Bye.
Bye.
Boom. Got the L1. That's Brad Roots. He's a member of the gym. Good friend of mine. And he's on his way to the L1 right now. Your Inspires on Saturday. So the question is, are you going to go for the L1 again? Or are you going to go and get the L2? My suggestion, get the L2. Jeremy World, he actually paid to endorse CrossFit. Yes, that is right. What's going on with Frank? Why are you guys, who is Frank? To just own a business and show up sometimes. I don't know. Wait, what was that one before? Let's go with this. This is probably like some hater comment because I see people are arguing with him. Frank. CrossFitters has such a romantic idea of what the owner of a business should be. The thing is, being an owner of a CrossFit gym doesn't really work unless you're engaged. But still, it's not immoral. Okay, well, I just kind of read that randomly, so it's not too much background on that. Okay, back to our clips here. So this one I thought would be a little feel good, a little perspective shift, if you will. And I don't think any of these. Sorry, I'm just checking these things. Okay. So odd. I don't coach, so why would I pay CrossFit HQ $1,000 now? I struggle with this question for months though. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Like if you're not applying it or anything, then I guess it doesn't matter. You just let it expire out. The L2 is great though if you are planning to coach. Like the L1 is kind of that introductory course, but the L2 you'll be able to like take some real tangible things away and immediately apply it into your class. Hello, I sent you a text. Shit's always on do not disturb, so you probably didn't even see it. Yeah, Jay Hartle, if you don't plan on coaching, then don't. I think the first time is necessary so you could learn all the information because the course is just incredible, but I do kind of agree that maybe if you're not going to apply it, there might not be a reason to renew it. Frank, they're arguing about my point about programming. Okay, fair enough. Sorry if I read your comment out of context. Mason, let my L1 expire. Is that like a threat? Let that L1 expire, son. See what happens to you. See what happens. Okay. So yesterday's show, I ended with saying if you only had today what you were grateful for yesterday. I'm using the right tense here in this. Caller, hi, welcome to the show. Oh, damn, you're in a car, so that means you can't come hang out.
How'd you know?
Because I could hear you driving. Yeah.
Ah, crap. Yes, I am in a car. How's it going?
It's going
How bad
great.
is it?
Being on the show solo?
Is it pretty bad? No, the sound.
Oh, no. No, it's fine. It's fine. No worse than the other ones were. It's good. Are you going somewhere you could talk about? Anywhere fun? Or are you just like doing some daily chores and shit?
From Florida.
Ah, okay. How was that?
It was good. We're looking at houses. We're trying to get out of Chicago, as everyone in the comment section always says to do. So I listen to what people tell me to do.
Nice. And how's that working out so far? Pointing in the right directions?
We looked at like 50 houses in one day. It was miserable, but it was good. I know some people are into that sort of thing, not me.
Oh, Veta.
Alexis is having a blast. She loves it.
I can't even say his name, but someone said, sounds like shit. Stop being a pussy, Souza.
Wait.
Damn.
Sounds like what?
You in the car.
Oh, come on. Is it that bad?
No, I don't. It's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. It sounds fine in my headphones. Wad Zombie, $1.99.
So now I can play.
Is Hiller going to semifinals? You going to semifinals? Wad Zombie wants to know for $2.
As of right now, the East is probably 50-50, and the West is 0%.
0%. Okay.
Right. Are you going to the West?
I am not. I don't think. Well, I live in the West, so I'm kind of already here. But no, I don't think I'm going to go to the semifinal. I think I'll just be helping out.
I heard you say earlier you weren't going.
I was not. Yeah, I'm not. We were.
Well, so what are you beating around the bush for? Why don't you just tell me no?
I mean, I don't know. I like to have a little air of suspense. Keep the people guessing. You know what I mean? Keep the people guessing.
It's so hard to do what we do when you're at the events. Would you agree?
Yeah, it is tough. I honestly, it's kind of like doing the show by myself. Like I thought I had an idea of what it was going to be like. And I was like, I got this. And then you show up and you get working and you're like, fuck, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. Especially interviewing the athletes.
What is this comment asking about two Open workouts being released? The Open is over. The leaderboard is finalized. I'll make a post about it probably tomorrow. But it's an official release on the podcast. The Open is over.
Who is that? Oh. Xeron?
I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, Xeron.
Taylor, I have 2 no open workouts been released. Yeah, that's a little late there.
When we were running around the games, didn't we have multiple conversations about how we had no idea what was going on at the games because we were so busy trying to talk to people?
Oh, I mean, that's the hardest part is figuring out what the hell is happening at the events, right? And then you know how it is. You kind of like wait. You wait where the athletes come in and out. And then, I got my camera on them and everybody's like, go talk to so-and-so. And you're always kind of afraid because you're like, hey, how was that last event? And they're like, oh, I fucking,
yeah.
Yeah, my whole season's over. And you don't even know
about that. I'm pissed. Pissed.
I also found that the blanket, like, hey, great job out there, when you really have no idea what happened, is also not a good strategy. Because I did that a couple times and they gave me this weird look like, yeah, you don't even know what the fuck you were talking about. But yeah, you really kind of
lean into it and we go, we don't know what's going on. Tell us how you did.
Yes. That's after we wised up a little bit there. But yeah, you'd be surprised at how much we do not know. For those of you guys listening, like we don't know anything that's going on. Like you're kind of isolated to the job and getting the people that are directly in front of your camera. Outside of that, it's tough to keep up.
And then we'd have the AirPod in and be listening to Sevan like CIA agents trying to feed information. He's asking questions and we're trying to put our head up to our earpiece. Okay, we have some intel. We need to know if you got naked on the floor.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna go to the games again this year or what?
Oh yeah, I'll go to the games. You are too, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll be there for that. We got to get our audio situation handled though, because I know the people that are watching will like it a lot better if we got that dialed in.
Wasn't that what Sevan was playing out of that mic for with the DJI and his expensive Radio Shack toys?
Yeah, we got a couple of things that we're testing out, but nothing has been a huge success for us yet. But hopefully by August we get it squared away, because that would be dope to have another one. Kenneth the Lab, Souza will forever be haunted by walking in on Sarah Siggs crying out Wadapalooza.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got bold.
No, that's good. That's what you gotta do more of it.
Hey,
you have to realize that got everyone to talk about it for up until this point in history. So you go, oh, this is what people talk about. We need more of this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that and people kind of forgot about Haley Adams running away from me too. That one kind of slipped under the.
I heard you made a retire from CrossFit.
It was that creep with the cell phone. Jake Chapman has a question. Hiller, want to coach my mother-in-law. She's in the 65 plus category division for semis.
If she was in the male division, I would, because she'd go up against my boy.
Oh, well, then there you have it, Jake Chapman. That is him. That is Hiller saying no, basically. That is Hiller saying no.
No, I'm not taking on athletes.
Sevan suggested I do it, and he's like, yeah, coach Jake's mother-in-law. And I was like, I don't know.
Did she qualify for the games?
I think, yeah. Or they don't have a semi, do they? It's just the online qualifier to the games. Tells you how
they're already over with. That was it. They're done. That just happened.
Oh,
dude, I have the best video for tomorrow on semifinals in one of the age groups. I have some awesome information, and it's going to be although it's an age group video. If it were in the open category, it'd be my biggest video of all time. And I'm curious to see how it will do, because it is an age grouper, but it's going to hit so hard.
And when's that coming out? Today? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
It's both a natty or not and no rep video in the same video.
Yikes.
I got a whole bunch of information from a group thread of athletes that are all talking about this one individual that's just out of place.
Wow. You got a mole inside the
it's
gym,
awesome.
huh? Damn.
Not the gym. It's like a community effort.
That's hilarious.
I got a group thread that just goes, you got to get this to Hiller. You got to get this to Hiller.
Can he not release it while it's on the podcast? No, he can't. He can't do that, Jake, because he's driving in a car. He's driving in a car.
Yes. Right. I'm not. I'm in a taxi.
Oh, you are?
Right.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Come back from the airport. All right. Well, you got anything else for us? Anything good?
I had something.
All right.
How come you're not going to coach Jake's mom?
I don't know. I can't. I'm not going to do that.
I'm assuming you don't have time.
Hip and Steel about to get ripped up.
You don't have any time, right?
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't do that. Yeah, there's no way I could dedicate my time to that. That's just because like I don't have enough information coming in, and nor do I have enough time to do that. Although I'm sure it would be a fun experience. But yeah, no.
Well, I'm assuming this would be from what I understand, she's already qualified, and then you'd be on the floor with the games level athlete at that point. It'd be a big undertaking. It'd
be like,
huge.
Yeah, just be a resume builder.
No small task. Well, no, it wouldn't be a resume builder. That assumes that it should be put in the back pocket. Oh, yep, that was nice.
Yeah, I'd put it in my my Instagram bio. CrossFit Games
Jake,
coach.
You don't want Susan to coach your mom.
CrossFit Games coach.
That's Because both Katrin and Fraser were resume builders for Bergeron, right? That's it.
Pretty much. Got him all the way to a TED
At this
Talk,
point,
baby.
they were.
Got him to a TED
Oh
Talk.
my god. Oh my god.
I keep messing with my mic. People hate when I do that. All right. Well, thanks
I
for
noticed
calling
that
in.
when you started the show, you touched the mic probably 50 times.
Yeah, it's a nervous habit. I grab my shirt too.
When I talk to you on the phone, I can't see you talking on the screen. I have the comment section rolling up.
Uh-huh. Are you
but you frozen.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm glad the comments are still working.
Have you talked about Noble at all or no?
No.
And the Todd man leaving?
No, I haven't talked about that.
I like Todd. He seemed like a cool dude. But a lot of people didn't like him. I don't think Sevan liked him very much.
Well,
he was interviewing somebody, or he's getting interviewed somewhere, and he maybe it was in that athlete where they were all wearing the clothes that made him look really out of place. And they showed Brooke Wells' elbow snapping to all the athletes in front of everybody, and it's in slow motion. But I think Todd was interviewed there, and I go, "Oh, I like this guy." And then everyone in the comment section was saying, "He's gonna go work for Nike. He's gonna go work with HWPO." It's like, why do you guys just assume this stuff?
Yeah, that's funny.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's funny that they would think he would stay within like the ecosystem, right? Like those other guys do, because that's kind of like their area. That's what they got. That's what inside their circle. But him, I imagine he has other options and ventures.
I would shit if he went and worked with HWPO. It would just be so odd to me that everyone goes and works with them. But what do I know?
Yeah, that would be a little weird. I don't see it happening though. I think he disappears out of the CrossFit ecosystem and we never hear of him again.
I think that's the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
I just want to know what makes people think that. I don't know. There's just nothing in my head that would have ever made me think that.
As CrossFitters, it's all about us, dude. It's all about CrossFit. It's all about us. It's all about our world. Like there's nothing exists outside of it, right? We tend to stay in our small little bubble.
Yes, and HWPO is where he was the CMO, right?
Yeah.
That's where he has to go. Either that or Mayhem, maybe Proven. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's gonna go. He'll probably go to another major corporation, and CMO is way over.
I know Sevan doesn't like to talk about CrossFit as much as I think we'd like to, or people would like him to. But this is one where I need to hear his take on it.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some takes. I'm sure we'll be talking about it once he gets everything set up.
Have you talked about where he's been? He's driving to Newport, right?
Yeah, he's just taking a little weekend break. He's got some jiu-jitsu tournaments, a little travel going down. So we wanted to keep the show.
I'll see you there next weekend, right?
What's that?
I'll see you there next weekend.
Hopefully, I don't know. It'll be.
Well, dude, I'm about to have to go, but I need you there so we can pull that freaking dude out of his shell and record him walking around. That's been our plan forever. And if you don't show up, it's going to be twice as hard for me to make him talk to people in the public.
All right, maybe I'll do the quick trip like I did when you were out there, and I'll drive the work truck down and spend a couple days. I'll head out Friday evening and we'll kick it until Sunday morning.
Everybody needs to know that this has been our plan the entire time, and you're about to bail on it. I'm bringing all my camera gear, and it's up on the left, the next house on the left. The next one. I got to go, dude.
All right. Thanks, Colin. Later, man.
I'll talk to you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, my goodness. Did you guys like that? We do a little man on the street in LA. Hiller and Sevan. Okay, back to the clip here. Thank you for calling, Mr. Hiller. Okay. So this clip here, if you're just listening, you'll probably still hear it, but you might not get the whole gist of it. I'll paint the picture. There is a little 10-year-old boy, and the caption reads, 10-year-old boy gets colorblind glasses for his birthday, and his reaction will melt your heart. So yesterday I left you guys with, if you only had tomorrow what you were grateful for today, what would you be grateful for? Right? So if you really thought about that, what would you have today? What were you grateful for yesterday? And this is just a little reminder that it doesn't take a lot to be grateful for little things. Here we go.
Go ahead.
All right. Somewhere in there is your gift.
So there's a bunch of colorful balloons on the ground. And the little boy kind of moved the balloons around to grab a pair of glasses.
What is it?
Be careful.
A haircut's rad too. So he pulled out the colorblind glasses.
Thank you so much.
And he could see the colors of the balloons for the first time.
Thank you so much. It really helped me.
So there you go. Just because he could fucking see color. And so all you guys, myself included, that have that privilege to see it the whole entire time since birth, it doesn't take too much to appreciate the things that we take for granted, like being able to see color. So I hope that that warmed your heart a little bit with the little boy seeing color for the first time. I mean, that so much is right. Like we take for granted our situation. And if you he probably sent a sick pic. I don't know. Jake Chapman, he's going to get rid of that awful t-shirt for a start. That's funny. Yeah, he might see that. That's the first time he's like, you guys have me wearing this? That look ridiculous. Jay says, well, maybe we could all be colorblind. Yeah, that's why I said if you're not. You know what I mean? If you are colorblind, then you can't take it for granted color because you can't see it. Maybe get those glasses. That'll help you out. Kenneth Lapp, what is color anyway? Isn't that right? Sevy Jake Chapman, Sevy doesn't see color. Yes. What if blue is really red? For that caller that just called while Hiller was on a minute ago, if you want to call back, we'll chill on for a few more minutes here. I would love to hear from you. It was a random line. I was going to play another clip, but I think I just want to end it there on something good. Just a moment of gratitude. Are you guys going to be down at the games? Or are you guys going to go down to the CrossFit games? Are we going to have another little meetup, a CEO board meeting? Oh my gosh. I'm emotionally colorblind. Sean. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. You guys are too funny. Hiller is moving in with Bruce. Yes, that is happening. All right. So I did this last time. I opened the show with it. This time I'm going to end the show with it here. Just a little reading for you guys. Just a little story time. All right. So get stoked about it. I know you are. See through the emotional outburst. If a person explodes with anger at you and it seems out of proportion to what you did to them, you must remind yourself that it is not exclusively directed at you. Do not be so vain. The cause is much larger, goes way back in time, involves dozens of prior hurts, and is actually not worth the bother to understand. Instead of seeing it as a personal grudge, look at the emotional outburst as a disguised power move. An attempt to control or punish you, cloaked in the form of hurt feelings and anger. The shift of perspective will let you play the game of power with more clarity and energy. Daily law. Instead of overreacting and becoming ensnared in people's emotions, turn their loss of control to your advantage. Keep your head while they are losing yours. 48 laws of power. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. Don't show them all your cards. Boom. Oh God, 48 law of power. Again, yes. Get used to it, Mr. Volkateer. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me again. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all you guys' participation. I appreciate the calls. I appreciate you guys hanging in there, being so awesome in the chat while I kind of feel my way through the dark and get these reps in. Doing this solo it means a ton to me, and just having you guys present is a lot. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Sunday. Be good to each other out there.